The diplomatic chamber aboard the Celestial Harmony station hummed with an awkward tension that made Ambassador Chen's left eye twitch. James Morrison stood beside her, utterly bewildered, staring at the two ethereal beings who had just been presented to him like prize cattle. "I'm sorry," James said slowly, his Earth Standard diplomatic training clearly failing him. "Could you repeat that?" High Chancellor Vexthor of the Sanguinian Empire clicked his mandibles in what the translation matrix interpreted as amusement. "It is the highest honor of our people, human James. On the occasion of your birth cycle celebration, we present to you Princess Aliana and Princess Celine of the Blood Royal. They shall be your, how do you say, companions." Aliana stepped forward, her crimson eyes meeting James's with an intensity that made him take an involuntary step back. She was impossibly tall, nearly 7 feet, with alabaster skin that seemed to shimmer in the station's artificial light. Twin fangs peeked from beneath lips the color of deep wine. "We are honored to serve," she said, her voice melodic yet carrying an edge of something James couldn't quite identify. Resignation? Curiosity? Beside her, Princess Celine remained silent, though her expression spoke volumes. Where Aliana appeared diplomatic, Celine looked like she'd rather be anywhere else in the galaxy. Ambassador Chen cleared her throat.
"High Chancellor, while we appreciate the gesture..."
"Earth customs don't exactly allow for people to be given as gifts. Perhaps there's been a translation error?" "No error," Vexthor insisted, his 6 eyes blinking in sequence. "The Blood Royal of Sanguinia are not slaves, Ambassador. They are offerings of alliance. The princesses have volunteered for the sacred duty." James looked at Aliana again. "Volunteered? My people face extinction," Aliana said simply. "Our son dies. We need allies who understand what we are and do not fear us. You, James Morrison, saved our colony ship from the Void Raiders 3 lunar cycles ago. You faced creatures that feed on fear itself and showed none. My sister and I, we chose this." "I was just doing my job," James muttered, remembering the harrowing rescue mission that had earned him an unwanted reputation as some kind of hero. "I'm a security officer, not a suitable match for royalty?" Celine finally spoke, her tone sharp. "We are aware. In any other circumstance, a human would be beneath our consideration. But circumstances, as they say, have changed." The bluntness actually made James smile. "At least you're honest." Ambassador Chen pulled James aside. "You can't accept this. The political implications alone. If I refuse, it's an insult to their entire empire," James whispered back. "I read the briefing. The Sanguinians value honor above everything. They're offering their princesses as a gesture of trust. And they've clearly been watching too much Earth media about our birthday traditions. They're vampires. James. They're hemophages from a dying world who happen to have convergent evolution with Earth legends. There's a difference," Chen sighed. "Your funeral." James turned back to the assembly. "I accept this honor, but I have conditions." High Chancellor Vexthor's posture stiffened. "You dare make demands of the Blood Royal?" "I dare make a counteroffer of alliance," James said, his voice steady despite his racing heart. "Aliana Celine, you're not my property. You're not my servants. If you're going to stay with me, it's as equals, as partners. And we work together to find a solution for your people." Aliana's eyes widened almost imperceptibly. Celine's hostile expression faltered. "Explain," Aliana commanded. "Earth has experience with solar engineering. We've been terraforming Mars for 2 decades. Maybe we can help stabilize your son, or at least buy you time to relocate your people properly." James shrugged. "I'm no scientist, but I know people who are. And if we're going to be companions, then let's actually work on solving problems instead of whatever weird arrangement your High Chancellor thinks this is." Vexthor's mandibles clicked rapidly. "The human offers aid? The human offers partnership," James corrected. "Real partnership, not symbolic gestures." For a long moment, silence filled the chamber. Then Aliana did something that surprised everyone. She laughed. It was a sound like crystal bells, beautiful and genuine. "You are either incredibly brave or incredibly foolish, James Morrison," she said. "Perhaps both. My sister and I accept your terms," Celine nodded slowly. "This may actually be tolerable." "Don't get too excited," James said dryly. "I live in a tiny apartment, my cooking is terrible, and I work night shifts. This is going to be weird for all of us. We are princesses of a vampire empire who have just been given as a birthday present to an alien," Celine replied. "Weird is relative. As the diplomatic formalities concluded and actual paperwork, because bureaucracy was apparently universal, was processed, James found himself walking through the station corridors with his two new companions. "So," he said awkwardly, "do you actually need to drink blood, or—" "Synthesized hemoglobin supplements work fine," Aliana assured him. "Though fresh is preferable. We're not monsters, James, just royalty slumming with a commoner," Celine smirked. "You saved thousands of our people, including children. That makes you more than a commoner in our eyes, even if you do live in a tiny apartment." James couldn't help but smile. "This is definitely the weirdest birthday I've ever had." "Wait until you see what we got you as a gift," Aliana said mysteriously. "Please tell me it's not more people." "It's a ship," Celine said. "A small one. We thought you might need an upgrade from standard transport if you're going to help save our world." James stopped walking. "You got me a spaceship? Is that not appropriate for Earth birthdays?" Aliana asked, genuinely concerned. For the first time since this bizarre situation began, James laughed. Really laughed. "You know what? It's perfect. Absolutely perfect." As they continued toward his quarters, James reflected on humanity's strange position in the galaxy. Humans weren't the strongest or the smartest or the longest lived, but they had something that kept surprising their alien neighbors: the ability to see people instead of just protocols, to offer solutions instead of just sympathy. Maybe that's what the galaxy needed. Not heroes, just humans willing to try, and if it came with 2 vampire princesses and a spaceship, well, stranger things had happened, though not many, and